If you've got fiber internet, you already know it's blazingly fast. But all that speed has to start somewhere. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the powerful, unsung hero at your provider's central office that makes it all happen. Let's dive right in.
So, you have that slick fiber optic cable coming right into your home, giving you those incredible speeds. But have you ever stopped to wonder what's actually on the other end of that line? What's the piece of hardware that's running the whole show for you and maybe your entire neighborhood?
Well, the answer is this unassuming box, the OLT, which stands for Optical Line Terminal. To put it simply, it's the command center. It takes that massive fire hose of internet from your service provider and acts as the brain, intelligently managing and dishing out that signal to hundreds or even thousands of homes and businesses. I love this analogy. The best way to picture it is to think of the OLT as the air traffic controller for your data. Every single bit of information, every email, every cat video, every game update is like a plane that needs to be guided safely and super efficiently to the right place. The OLT is the one in the tower, making sure there are no collisions and that everything just flows perfectly.
So, to really wrap our heads around what this thing does, we're going to go on a little virtual tour of its main departments. We'll start at the command center for the big picture, then see how it builds our digital roads, directs traffic, puts up the security gates, and finally, how it keeps the whole system running smoothly.
All right, our first stop is the command center. This is where we get that bird's eye view of the entire network this OLT is designed to manage.
See, the OLT is the absolute heart of what's called a passive optical network, or PON. And that word passive is the real magic here. It means a single fiber line coming from the OLT can be split over and over again to serve tons of homes using these simple, unpowered glass prisms. No electricity, way less maintenance, and fewer things that can break. It's what makes fiber to the home so scalable and honestly so brilliant.
Okay, now that we see the whole map, let's head to our next stop, the planning department. This is where a network admin uses the OLT to actually build the digital highways our data is going to travel on.
Okay, imagine you're an internet provider. You have to serve big business clients and regular home users. You definitely don't want their data mixing. So what do? The solution is something called a VLAN, or Virtual Local Area Network. Just think of it like creating private, invisible, high-security lanes on the exact same physical highway. The OLT carves out these separate networks to keep everyone's data safe and sound.
And check this out. This is the actual control panel. It's not just theory. Right here, an administrator can create a new VLAN, give it an ID, and then point and click to assign specific physical ports to it. You can see that port VLAN table down at the bottom. That's basically the directory of all the private lanes they've just built.
And this table just makes it perfectly clear. With VLANs, you can set a rule for VLAN 10 that says, hey, only the sales team can get to the sales server. VLAN 20, that gives engineering access to their dev server. And VLAN 30 for the guest Wi-Fi gets internet and absolutely nothing else. It's all happening on the same hardware, but they're completely walled off from each other.
Okay, the roads are built. Our next stop on a tour is traffic control. This is where the OLT acts like a really smart traffic cop, making sure there are no digital traffic jams.
The truth about any network is that not all data is created equal, right? Your video conference needs to be perfectly smooth in real time, but a big file download can kind of take its time in the background. That's where quality of service, or QoS, comes in. It's like giving your most important data a VIP pass to jump straight to the front of the line, making sure it gets the bandwidth it needs right when it needs it.
And here's the dashboard for that. You can see 8 different queues here, from Q0 to Q7. An admin can assign a weight to each one. The higher the number, the higher the priority. So you could stick your Zoom call traffic in a high-weight queue and your background Windows updates in a low-weight one. Talk about granular control.
This chart just lays it all out. That high-priority video stream gets the lion's share of the resources, so no buffering. Online gaming gets medium priority to keep your lag super low. And your email syncing in the background, yeah, it gets whatever bandwidth is left over, so it never gets in the way of the important stuff.
All right, this next stop is a big one, the security office. This is where the OLT acts like a vigilant gatekeeper, protecting the entire network from anyone who shouldn't be there. The main tool for this job is the ACL, or Access Control List. Honestly, just think of it as the network's bouncer. It's got a super strict guest list, and it checks the ID of every single data packet trying to get in. If a packet's address or type isn't on the approved list, it is denied. You're not coming in. It's that simple, and it's incredibly powerful.
And this slide really shows off the OLT's flexibility. On the left,
you see the control screen for all that older IPv4 traffic. And on the right, you see the screen for modern IPv6. As you can see, the OLT provides the exact same deep, rule-based security for both. It doesn't matter what kind of traffic is trying to get in, the bouncer is ready for it. We've made it to the final stop on our tour, the Maintenance and Diagnostics Bay. This is where a network admin makes sure the OLT and the entire network it's running stay in absolute peak condition.
You know, one of the biggest jobs is keeping all the customer devices updated. The OLT makes this unbelievably simple. Step 1, the admin uploads the new firmware file. Step 2, they select the whole range of devices that need the update. We could be talking hundreds at once. And step 3, they just watch the progress on this real-time dashboard. It's a huge operation, all managed from one screen.
And when something eventually goes wrong, because it always does, the OLT has a whole diagnostic toolkit built right in. Is a customer offline? The admin can run a ping to see if their modem is even alive. Is the connection slow? A tracer can find the bottleneck anywhere on the internet. This isn't just a list of tools, it's a complete command center for troubleshooting. So, after our whole tour, the key takeaway is this. From building virtual roads and directing traffic, to guarding the gates and running diagnostics, the OLT gives an administrator total, fine-grained control over every single part of the network. So why should you care about all this tech? Because all of that control translates directly into a better experience for you. It is the reason why your 4K movie streams without a single stutter, why your personal data stays locked down, and why your fiber connection is just so rock solid and reliable, day in and day out. It's pretty wild when you stop and think about it. A single box in a quiet, nondescript building acting as the digital heartbeat for thousands of people. It really makes you wonder, as our hunger for data just continues to explode, what are the command centers of tomorrow's networks even going to look like? Thanks for watching.